I'm about to show you how to write a welcome email sequence that books more calls, nurtures leads, and makes closing easier using my transformation selling framework. Let's just get straight into it. So, what is a welcome sequence? A welcome sequence is a series of emails sent to someone that opted into your list via a lead magnet. So, you're giving out a free resource and you're basically asking for their email. You give them the free resource, you get their email. Once you have their email, you put them through a welcome sequence. So, what's the goal of a welcome sequence? The goal of a welcome sequence is threefold. So, one, get the lead back into your world, right? In this day and age, everyone's distracted, everyone's getting their attention pulled everywhere. So you want them to you want to redivert them towards either your landing page or your YouTube videos and just get them immersed into your world. The second is bringing them through a nurture process. Nurture is just making them aware of their problem, aware that there's a solution out there, making them aware of your solution and why your solution is the best, and making them aware of your offer. And then obviously three is sell. So what are examples of good and bad welcome sequences? Well, let's start with bad. A bad welcome sequence doesn't build rapport or doesn't build a good relationship with the lead. A bad welcome sequence doesn't nurture the prospect down the awareness levels, right? Another is selling too much, right? You're asking before giving. You should be giving before asking. Or another problem is selling too little. The goal here is still to sell. So we need to find that balance. And lastly is doesn't get the prospect interested in going back into your world. You don't send them to a lead magnet, or you don't send them to another free resource or YouTube video or your landing page. They literally don't know about your other things that exist. So a good welcome sequence builds rapport, builds a good relationship with the lead. It nurtures the prospect until he is most aware. So he starts off as unaware or just aware of his problem to the point that he understands your solution, why the solution is perfect, and why the solution is perfect for him, right? It gives out free value, giving before asking. It doesn't sell too much, but it doesn't sell too little. And it gets the prospect to rabbit hole and immerse into your world. So, here's how the transformation selling sequence works. Now that we know that what makes a good and bad welcome sequence, here's how you're going to implement all the good parts by using transformation selling. Step one, write out all the chain of beliefs in order. Chain of beliefs just means the order of false beliefs that your prospect has. The order of false beliefs that your prospects will have will be according to their awareness level. Here's an example with Airbnb arbitrage. When your prospect is problem aware, the false belief that they will have is, I don't know how to make money online, right? They know the problem, which is they don't have money, but they don't know how to. That's the first false belief you have to break. And you do this in order according to the levels of awareness, because you have to break every false belief in order. If you try to break it out of order, the person isn't going to understand the information because they aren't aware of that process yet. So the first false belief is, I don't know how to make money online. The parentheses here is just the way we're going to break the false belief, right? They're demanding more information, so we're going to give them more information. I don't know if Airbnb arbitrage works. That's the second false belief, right? Now they're solution aware. The way we're going to break it, demand for more proof. We're going to give them more proof. Then they're aware of your solution. They're going to ask, well, how does Airbnb arbitrage work? Now they're demanding for a mechanism. And now they are most aware. And the final false belief is, I can't make money online with Airbnb arbitrage because it's too hard, or I can't do it. Now they're demanding for reaffirmation. They want reaffirmation from you that it does work and they can do it. So this is the order of processing. This is from Eugene Schwartz, a very successful marketer. Basically, the order of processing is the order that your prospect will process your information, right, in the name. So here, they're demanding for information. So you give them more information, and they're like, tell me more, right? Then you give them more information. They say, yeah, says who, right? They're demanding proof. You give them proof, and they're like, how does it work? Now they're demanding for a mechanism, right? And then they say, I'm sold, but I don't think I can do it. Now they're demanding for reaffirmation. To explain this very simply, we're going to turn this into a conversation. So, in the black is all the false beliefs in order. And in the green is what we would respond to according to the order of processing. So, I don't know how to make money online. I know, here's the roadmap. Yeah, says who? Well, I did it, and one of my students did it, and here's how. How does it work? Here's how it works. You explain the mechanism. But it looks too hard. Don't worry, here's a solution to a problem that everyone finds hard. Okay, I'm sold, but I don't think I can do it. Don't worry, one of my students was just like you, and look where he is now. I'm sold. All we are doing is making this exact conversation just into 5 different emails. As you see here, the prospect went through a transformation. At first, they were just learning how to make money online. They were just problem aware. And you bring them down a transformation that to the point that in the last, they are fully aware of how to make money with the Airbnb arbitrage, using an Airbnb arbitrage system, which is the mechanism, using a mechanism without struggling with X problem and how others are doing the same. You see how you brought them down the awareness levels, you nurtured them, and you broke every single false belief that they have to the point that at the end, they're sold. The concept of chain of beliefs and the order of processing is very important. So I recommend if you didn't understand this, I try to explain it as simply as possible. But if you didn't understand this section, I recommend rewatching it until you do. This all may seem complicated and unnecessary, but it actually makes writing the email so much easier because you know exactly what to write about. So step 2 is planning out each email. So here's how I plan out each email. I first start with the hook, the solution, the call to action, and then a big idea. What we're going to do is we're going to input the problem, the solution, and the call to action, and we're going to turn that into a big idea. So here's how it works. So here's going to be the second email in the sequence. We'll move on to the first one later. So here's the hook. I don't know, or here's the false belief. I don't know how to make money online. That's the first part we're going to put, right? This is just the false belief. Our solution is Airbnb arbitrage. That's how you make money online. And the demand for more information, or the way we're going to explain it, is by giving a roadmap to them. And then our call to action is going to be watch this roadmap video. So we turn all these 3, so the hook, the solution, and the call to action, into a big idea, which is if you're lost and don't know how to make money online, do Airbnb arbitrage. Here's the path, right? That's the big idea of the email. The email is 80% written. At this point, all we have to do is write the email, which I'll show you later. So, email 3. Yeah, says who? Our solution is going to be a personal story plus a case study, right? Because they're demanding for more proof. So we're going to give them more proof with a personal story and a case study. And the call to action is watch the interview, watch case study video. So turning this into a big idea is I was at X before Airbnb arbitrage and now I'm at Y. This also happened to student name where he was able to go from X to Y with Airbnb arbitrage. Email 4. How does it work? Solution, mechanism. You're going to explain your mechanism. And the call to action is book a call. So the big idea is, how does Airbnb arbitrage work? How can you start your own Airbnb arbitrage business from scratch? Here's how, by using my system, mechanism, right? And then email 5 is, okay, but how can I do it? It looks hard. You're going to solve a problem plus give a case study. And the call to action is going to be book a call. And you turn that into the big idea, which is this part that you think is hard, pitching landlords, is actually easy, and here's how you can solve it. Testimonial is also able to solve this problem by using this exact script. Boom. And then the last and final email is, okay, so I know how to make money online with Airbnb arbitrage, and it works, and I can do it, but I'm still on the fence. Our final, the 1-2 knockout is going to be the case study plus FOMO. And then call to action is book a call. So the big idea is testimonial was just like you. He was on the fence about joining. He wasn't sure he can do it, but now he's at Y. Here's how you can do the same. Now, if you notice, the big idea of each email is very similar to this exact conversation that we scripted out. You see how this exact conversation is just separated into 5 separate emails, and now they've gone through a transformation. They've gone from completely unaware, not knowing how to solve their problem, to learning how to solve their problem, a method or vehicle to solve their problem, why and how it works, and proof that it works, and proof that they can do it as well. You see how you've made them gone through a transformation to the end point, which they're just ready to pull out their credit card and wire you $2,000, right? And then the last step is write. So I'm going to quickly talk about the first email and then we'll move on. So giving the free value. The first email is the automatic email that they receive after opting in, right? The whole point of the first email is just don't waste their time. Just give them the value. A lot of people focus on, on just like writing some BS, right? Like, here's my story and here's all this like thing. No, they don't care. They don't care. A majority of these guys just gave their email, just gave it away, and they're gonna scroll through the free value just to see if there's something in there, right? I mean, think about it like this: when you've opted into, when you've given your email somewhere, or for some free ebook or some free resource, right? Do you ever care when you put your email? You're like, oh, for fuck's sake, let me just put my email in, right? You don't really care that much, and usually you'll just open the email and you just click the button and just scroll through the free value. If the free value is really good, then what usually happens is you'll like rabbit hole into their entire world. You'll watch all their YouTube videos, you'll read all their tweets, you'll like learn about all their offers and stuff. That's what usually happens, right? So the number one goal of the first email is just to create desire for your free value. Make them want and excited to go through your free value, so they don't just scroll through it and say, whatever, and never come back to you again. So here's a template you're going to use for the first email, which is, here's your free value. You're going to give the free value, and then some curiosity bullets about the free value to hype it up. And then before you go, you're going to say what to expect. I'm going to send you 5 emails. Here's what to expect. Curiosity bullets about the upcoming emails, and then PS. So here's the example. Hey, Thomas, as promised, here's your free training covering how I made $1 million in profit with Airbnb arbitrage. Inside, I cover yada, 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 right? Curiosity bullets. And then before you go, just letting you know, I'll be sending emails to you over the next 5 days. Here's what to expect. Da, 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 da. Stay on the lookout for them in case you missed the link. Here, boom. And then PS, tomorrow's email will be titled 1 out of 5, blah, 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 blah. Right? So what you have done here is you've given them free value. You've created hype for it. You've told them that you're going to be sending them emails over the next 5 days, so they're aware of it, and you built some hype around it, so that if they have read this email, they will at least be excited or look out for your next emails. Now, I wrote an entire welcome sequence using this example. Now, it would take me forever, and this video would be very long. In fact, this is my second time recording this video because I originally recorded it just reading out each email. So instead, what I'm going to do is just go in the link in the description, and you can claim this doc. And in the doc, you can read out every single email and watch how every single email goes through a transformation selling process and breaks every single false belief. So here's email 2, right? Here's the pre-writing info we wrote before, and just like here's the email, or you can just quickly stop and read it yourself. Email 3, email 4, yada yada yada, email 5, email 6. And this is I wrote an entire welcome sequence just for this video. So if you want to go down and read it, go down and click the button below. So just to recap, email 1 is going to be giving the free value. Email 2 is all about breaking the first false belief, right? And then email 3 is about breaking the second false belief. Email 4 is about breaking the third false belief. And email 5 is breaking the fourth false belief. And then email 6 is the nail in the coffin to get them to book a call or buy. And that's by using a case study and adding some FOMO or some urgency, right? Not fake urgency, but just some FOMO. And the way we're going to break those false beliefs is in parentheses. We're going to break it by giving them a roadmap, by telling them a personal story, by explaining your mechanism, by solving a problem for them, right? You introduce a problem, you solve this, and you give them a solution to it. And then obviously the case study plus FOMO. So this is the exact, I guess, roadmap. Remember, the most important part is getting the false beliefs in order. You have to do it in order or they just won't relate to it. Because a lot of people are going to be coming in being around the unaware to problem aware. Now, a welcome sequence is just one piece of the puzzle. There are many moving parts in your backend system that need to be set in stone. But if you want to implement this transformation selling welcome sequence framework I covered in this video, completely done for you, then go down, click the link in the description, and book a call. I hope I was able to deliver some value with this video. If you guys have any questions or any problems that you want me to make tutorials on, please just give me a comment down below, and I'll be happy to make a video on it. Alrighty, see ya.